Hello. Hello. Hello all.
Yes,
Today,
ma'am. We can do it now.
yeah, okay. Today we will start with the form tag. Okay, so before starting with that, I will go through the HTML like PPTs. What is form tag? What is the use of that? Now, everywhere, like you will see in the contact us form, we have one form. There we have to save our mail, our email ID, our phone number, and say submit. So, like this form is created with the help of form tag. So, before signing to any page, we have to create one form. That is like we have to create a form with we have to insert our all the detail inside that form. So that form is created with the help of, we can say, with the help of our form tag. So for that, here I am adding the one page, that is a same page, you know that how to add this web content.html. I am adding here form example.html, and inside that I have added the body. Okay, inside that, inside the body, a first tag name is the form tag. And now all the tags or all the what? One second. One second, Akshay. I will use headphone because I think voice is low. Now voice is okay. Okay, so inside the form tag, we will use the input boxes. Okay, once again, I will now. Okay, so here I will first insert the input box here, that is with the tag name input. Now for the plain input box, we have type is equal to text, like this. So here when you write is equal to, so they give you all the types of input boxes. We have a button type of input box, we have checkbox type of input box, we have color type of input box, date, time, email, file. This is all the input boxes of the HTML5. Yes. Hello, hello, I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear it.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm okay. One second, wait. Okay. So here, up to 8, we covered the tags like HTML basic tag, like paragraph tag, div tag, uh, many other tag like table tag inside that, td, tr, span tag, u tag, underline, like all the formatting tags we covered, u tag, I tag, and all those things. Then we covered the css, that is how to style our total page with the help of css. There we covered how many types of css are there and how to apply the css. Now today we will cover the form tag, so how to create the form and how to insert the form tag. Okay, so forms add the ability to the web page to not only provide the person viewing the document by dynamic information but also obtain the information from the person. Like in form tag, we add some information, like we add our personal detail and just say the send, and it's on a send to the server and responses coming from there. So that is the use of the form tag. So here we insert all the tags related to form tag inside the form tag. Okay, so for that a syntax is like this. We have use inside the body, we have first tag as a form tag. Form tag will perform some action. Action means what? Where we want to put total information of form tag, we give the link of that, that is action. And then inside that we can insert any tag, we can insert paragraph, we can insert div, we can insert span, anything. So inside that tag we are for inserting the input tag, and input tag have a different type. So consider I want first two input tags. A first input tag name is a first name. I said first name or name of person. I can say anything. Here my input type is equal to text. I said value is equal to something. If I want default value, so I can add here in the value. I said default value should be anything XYZ, and then name. Name is the identification of that input box on the server. So name I said F name. First name is the name of my input box and I close this input box here on. Now after that I add a breaks, or I can add this inside a paragraph. This is also fine, or I will add a break. This is also fine. Slash B. Then inside the other paragraph, I am adding the last name, colon, one more input box of type text, and then value is equal to, like I said here, first name is any valid name. I can add here like anyone's name. I'm adding my name only, Anita. And here last name, I'm adding my name only, that is Priya. then name is equal to lname. Okay, so when I add like this, so see here, two input boxes is created. Over here, say run as, run on server, finish. See here, two input boxes is getting created. Now I can add anything inside this input box. If I want to add anyone's name, if I want to add a name, so I said here. If I want to add a Sabine name, then I can write here. Like if I want to add any last name for him, then I can add here like this. So this is my first two input boxes inside the form. Now we have a input boxes with type text. Now I am creating consider login page. And for login page, I want a user name and the password. So user name, and here I am creating the password. So for the password. So for the password, we have to write a type is equal to here instead of text, our type is password. Okay, and value we can give any value if we want to give default value. If you don't want to give any default value there, so generally we will not give any default value for the password and any default value for the username. So I remove all these values from here, and last name I said password. Password. Okay. So when I write here this username and password, this is first username is my text box. I can write any username here, kind of target is my considered username and password is my target also. So see, it appears in the password format. Okay, if I write username is root and consider my password is the password only, so I typed here a password. Okay, so in this way I can use the text box for the username and the another text box for the password. This is two types of text box. Okay, now my third text box, like consider I want to build one form. There we have a username, there we have a password, there we have some text area. Like for the remark purpose, we want to insert a one text area. So for that, we have the tag name, that is text area. So for that, I said remark colon. Here I will insert the tag name text area slash text area. Okay, so this is my tag for creating the text area, like number of rows and number of columns. So here I have to give some number of rows and number of columns with the help of rows is equal to how much rows I want. Consider I want 5 rows of the text area. How many columns I have to give? So I said cols is equal to 20 columns. So when I say like this remark colon my text area, so see this remark with this text area is created. So whatever I will write here, so it will appear in this format. Okay. So what is the difference between text and text area? Text is a simple. If I write some long, it's not appeared. Okay. My first thing is not appear. I have to go to first. I have to go to last like this. But here We have a cursor up, we can have the cursor for the down also. So by using page up, page down, we can make this up and down. So this is about my text area. So I can give any name to this text area. I am giving here name is equal to remark. This is a text area. Now, how to insert the radio buttons? Generally, for choosing inside the form, for choosing the yes or no kind of thing, we use the radio buttons. Like gender is what? Gender is female or male. When we don't want to insert a multiple choice, there should be a person should be a male, person should be a female or others. So like this, when we want to insert, so for that we are inserting the radio buttons. How to insert the radio button? Radio button is of type radio. Okay, when I write input box, input of type is equal to, see here they will show me the input of type radio. So this is input of type radio. Now for radio button, name of all the radio buttons should be same. What is the use of that? That I will tell you. I said gender is the name, gender. Then here I said male, my first radio button. Then name is type radio, name is gender. Then my second radio button, I said female, type is radio button, male is gender. After that, inside this you can give the value also, like value for this is what? Male or capital M. Value for this is equal to female. And my third radio button, we have to close here, we have to close this input box here. Actually there is no need to close. If you want to close, then close, otherwise no problem. If you don't want to close the input tags, so it is not compulsory to close all the input tags. And third is my others. See, I am inserting this all radio box inside one paragraph only, okay? Because I want this radio box should be in one line. That's why I am inserting this all the radio button inside one paragraph. And now I closed with the paragraph. Slash p. Just save. See, this three radio buttons is added here. Okay, so if consider I write a checked here, if I click here, so it get click because two other are disabled. If I clicked here, so it get disabled. If I click here, so this get disabled. If I click here on mail, so others get disabled. Why we want one at a time? That's why we are giving name for all three radio button is same. You can give any name here. Okay, I'm giving gender. Any name will be fine, but name of the all radio button should be same, because radio button is used for yes or no kinds of answer. Only one answer at a time. So here we can give like gender, gender. Just save, and we will start with this like male, female, others. Okay. So like this we will give the radio button inside one paragraph. Now I have to give the checkboxes. So checkboxes have the multiple check. One thing in the radio button I miss, if you want to default check first radio button, so you can write here checked. If you write, what is that? Where I will write that? Mhm. One second. Like if we want a one radio button should be already in the checked format, like already selected, so we will write here checked. Same with the checkbox also, if we want some checkbox should be defaultly selected, so we will write a checked for that all the checkboxes. See, if I write here check, so see this mail is defaultly selected. If I go to other, if I make this as a gender male, gender female, I differentiate between the name. Okay, I for first input box I given the name gender male. For the second input box I given the name gender female, and for third input box I given the name gender. So when I save this and go here, so my all three input box is select at a time, and this is wrong. For that I have to give mail name of all the radio button should be same. This is a very important thing. This is the thing you should note. Now in my next paragraph I am creating the checkboxes. Okay, for user I am creating the checkbox like this. I said select options, or I can say hobbies, and for hobbies I am creating the checkboxes hobbies. Okay, here, sorry, input type is equal to checkbox, or type is equal to, we can say checkbox. My name is equal to, I said my first hobby is hobby hobby D. I said here my value is dance. Value for this should happen where it's going. Value is equal to, I said dance, and my value is hobby. First hobby is dancing. Okay, a similar way I will create a second input box. Here I said hobby, name is reading. I said here reading, and my second hobby is consider reading. Then for third hobby I will write any third hobby here. I'm inserting all things inside the one paragraph. Then I said here dancing, reading, I said cooking. Can write anything here. Hobby C. Then I can write any other hobby. I'm inserting the four checkbox. I said playing chess. Okay, PC, value is play. Okay, So like this, I am inserting the 4 check boxes. So see here 4 check boxes is selected. You can select a multiple check boxes. Your hobby, consider my hobbies this three. So I can select this 3 check boxes: dancing, reading, and playing chess. So like this, multiple check boxes getting selected with the help of text box button, and it is appeared in the checkbox form. If you want a default one checkbox should be always selected, so you can say to that checkbox is checked. Here we can say a multiple checkboxes should be selected at a time. Okay, so I can say checked here also, and I can say checked here also. Consider for the first and last I said check. So when we upload the page, so this 2 boxes is getting selected at the loading time only. We can uncheck also, no problem. Okay, so like this we will use the checkbox for the where we want to select a multiple choice, like I said hobbies. If you want to select a multiple subject, like we have a subject or we have the stream kind of things, so for the stream kind of thing we will select the radio button. Okay, so like one person will select one stream at a time. He will select a stream kind of engineering, or he will select doctor, or he will select a lawyer one stream, or he can take a one stream at a time. He will take a art, or he will take science, or he will take commerce. At a time, he will not take all the streams. At a time, he will not take art also, commerce also, and science also. This is not possible. So for this where we want at a time one, so we will take a radio button, and inside the stream they can select a multiple subjects. For science, if we'll take the science, then multiple subject like maths, biology, chemistry, physics, they can select all those subjects inside the uh, science. Inside the commerce they can select a multiple subject like audit, account. So like this multiple subject is selected at a time. Inside the art they can select the art kind of subject at a time. So this is possible. So for the multiple selection we will use checkboxes, and for the single selection at a time we will use the radio button. This is inside the form, and for both radio buttons and the checkboxes we use the input box. Okay, after this input box of type, checkbox and radio button, we have the drop down box. We want to insert the drop down box. Like generally for the state we will use the drop down box, like for the state, for the country, for for place we will see a drop down box. So how to insert the drop down box? For drop down box we have a select option kind of 2 tags. Okay, so I said country. Okay, select country. Here select slash select, and inside the select we have options. Okay, so select name of type drop down, and inside that we have different options. Option. Okay, slash option. Consider I am adding here 4 5 countries. For first option I set value is equal to India. Okay, and then I write here India. After that I set value is equal to US. Here I'm writing US. Then I said value is equal to anything else, like I said Canada, and here I am writing Canada. Then here I said value is equal to UK, and here I am writing UK. So like this we can write a different country name inside the drop down box. So when I go here, just refresh, see, oh, I'm not inserting this in another paragraph. I have to insert this in one paragraph. My this checkbox paragraph is not closed here. I have to close this. Okay, save that. See, this country is added, and this is a drop down box. We have this 4 list of countries inside this drop down box. We can add whatever countries we want to add. We can add all the countries inside this. Here we are using a different tag, that is select option. Okay, select means select one, and options are different option. If we want a default option should be checked once. So like if I want a Canada should be checked always. So here I will write a checked. Okay, so when we write, oh sorry, not checked, here selected. Okay, this is, for this we have selected. So this is defaultly selected. So when I load this page, see here India is first selected, but when I load, when I say Canada is selected, so first default selection is Canada. Okay, so like this you can add the selected for the select option for the drop down box. Okay, so this is about the drop down box. Now I want to insert the file. I want to I said upload some file. Okay, upload filing we are using generally for the when we write upload photo somewhere or upload any document. If we are filling the form for the passport, so there they will say upload your primary document. So for that they have the upload tag. So for that we have here, sorry, after this paragraph I will create one para, and inside this I will write input input type is equal to file. For this I have input type is equal to file. Name I can give any file name. I said my file, and value I can give anything, or after that it just closes. Okay, so I said here upload file. So when I say upload file here, 1C with the upload file, with this, with browser, when I go to this browser I can select any of the file from here. I said this CSS select, just open, so it came. So when I use type is equal to file, HTML give me this box and with the browse button. No need to add any browse button, no need to add anything. Okay, so as I said type is equal to file, this totally added. So here I can use I can restrict this file. I can say here type should be equal to like image only, or I can say anything here. Do what is that? How do we upload like a PDF or text or an Excel file? Yeah, we can upload any file here if I'm not giving anything. Like someone asked me the question that how we are uploading the file, that is how do we upload a file like PDF, text, Excel. So we can upload any file from here. See, this is my text file. Okay, I can upload a PDF file also. Is I am having the PDF file here. No, consider in my document I might have the PDF file. Mm, Here, see, I have the PDF files. Okay, so this is my PDF. So I can upload that here. So this my PDF is uploaded. So I can upload any file here. If I want to restrict this file to for particular acceptance, like if I want only image file should be uploaded. So I said here accept equal to like this image image. So when I say this as an image, then slash star any images. Okay. So when I say like this, so I told you here except the images only inside my image folder. I have created here one image folder, images folder. So accept that images only. So it will not accept any other file. It will not allow to save any other file. Okay. So like this also I add here to restrict the my upload file up to one extent. If I want uh, except only text file, except only PDF file, so that all things I can add inside my except tag. After that, we will add the input type like button. Okay, so button of different type. Okay, here inside, sorry, I will close this paragraph first. Then open another paragraph. Here inside this paragraph we have a first type of button is I said my type submit button. So input type is equal to submit. When I say input type is equal to submit, so it is kind of the submit button. Name is equal to anything, I can give submit only, and value is equal to submit. Value is equal to capital submit. Okay, so here when I say like this, so my input type of submit button is created here. Okay, so like this button is created of type submit with a value submit. This first type of button. Now I want to insert the second type of button here only. So I said input type of reset. If I want to reset my total page, so I said input type is equal to reset. One second, okay? Yeah. One more question is arise. One second. What is that? Where the file will be saved after it was be uploaded. Actually, we are here not giving any server name. If we want to, like when we use this page actual with the implementation of the server, so when we said a submit button, it upload on the server, and then we take that file from the server. So this is totally form. We are not connecting this. We are inserting this on our local. We are executing this on our local machine. This Tomcat is our local server. When we use any other server, so this total information is saved there. Not only uploaded file, total information, our username, our password, our remark, our gender, hobbies, country, upload file, everything will be saved on the server. So here I said type is equal to reset, name is equal to, I said reset only, then value of this equal to reset. Okay. So when I said this is my reset button, so here next button is created with the reset. So what is the use of reset? See, consider I am writing something here, and I want to reset all the boxes. I want to clear all the boxes. So just click the reset. See, all the boxes is getting cleared. Okay, no need to clear anything. So that is called as a reset button. Have to close this. Then next button is of type OK. Okay, so that is type of simple button. Okay, that is not any submit button, or that is not anything different button. That is of type of we can say button. So we can write on this button, you can write anything. No need to specifically write a submit, because this submit button is used for submitting the forms. But if you want to do something else on the button, if you want to navigate from one page to another page with the help of button, so we can add a simple type of button, that is type is equal to button. Okay, then name is equal to anything. I said OK button. Okay, and value is also equal to OK. Save that. And when this button is created, so see, the OK type of button is created. That is a simple button. This is submit button. This is used only for submitting the forms. This is reset button. This is used for only the resetting the forms. This is OK button. OK button is like a simple button. You can use that button anywhere. If you are not using the form, or you are using the form, it does not matter. You can use this type of button anywhere. Then my last button is of type image. If I want to make any image as my button, so I will write input type is equal to image, and name is equal to image button. Consider I am giving name image button, and after that I have to go to source. I have to give the source src is equal to something. So might I have the button? Okay, I don't have the button. I want to give this rows.jpg as my one button image. So I said images slash sorry slash rows.jpg. G is my one button. Okay, I can specify the width and height for this button also here. For this image, I will specify width is equal to something. I said 20 pixel, and height is equal to 10 pixel. Height is equal to 10 pixel. Let's go here. So see, this much small button is inserted here. Okay, this is of type we can say image. Okay, I can increase the height or width. I can increase the width to 40 and height to 40. Save. So see, this image is added here as a button. So this is my button. So like this, there are four types of button. One is a submit button, second is a reset button, third is a plain button, and fourth is of type image button. So this is all about the button tag. Now consider if you want to give some hidden text inside your form. So that you can give with help of type is equal to hidden. So here I will write inside one page. I can write inside this page also, or I can, this is of type hidden. If I want to insert some hidden information with my form, so I can give that inside this input box. So here I will write input, sorry, input type is equal to hidden. When I say type is equal to hidden, it means this is my hidden input box, and I can give anything here. I can give any information, but this information is not will not display on your console. It will not display on your web page. Will not display on your browser. So I said hidden, type is equal to hidden, name is equal to page name. I want to give hidden page name here, and I said value is equal to page name, value is 10. When I write like this value, this is not appeared anywhere, okay, because this is of type hidden. See, no paragraph is created here, no input box is displayed here, because I write here type is equal to hidden. So in this way I can give the hidden information inside the we can say inside the form tag. So this is all about my form tag. Now, like if you want to create any form with any input, so we can write like this is my total form design, username, password, or if we want a rewrite password, so we can say here password, rewrite password, same input box to this. Now how to give the validations? Here we can give the validations with the help of JavaScript, and that we will see in the next class how to insert the validation and what is JavaScript, and how we are using that. Before that, I will just give you some information about we will insert the validation. Validation means what? We want this form should be submit, and there when we submit this form, compulsorily username and password will be there. That is a two compulsory field. So I will make these two fields as a compulsory field. You can't insert the blank username, can't insert the blank password on the submission button. So like this validations we can give. And how to submit this on the server? We can submit that with the help of server on the server also. So that all we will see with the help of JavaScript, because HTML is a static language. With the help of HTML we don't add any dynamism inside our page. For adding the dynamism we will use the other languages, like we will connect our HTML language with a JavaScript language. We will use HTML inside the Angular JS. We will use HTML inside the Angular 2. We will use HTML in the React JS. Like this, there are many languages are there. But this is my plain static language. This is all about the form tag. Now we will see how to insert the list tag. Okay. After the form, I will show you how to insert the list. So here, for the list, there are two types of list are there. One is the, we can say, order list, and second is unordered list. So before going to the list tag, I will quickly go with all the slides. As I say, form having a form, some action. This is my one JSP page is created here. Give the link of that JSP page where we want to insert all the details. Okay, so like this, with the help of action, we can give the one link where we want to insert our total page. One second, form. After that, a form that having the action is a URL. What is that? Of the GCI, that is common gateway interface program, that is going to accept the data from the form, as I told you, where we want to insert the data. This URL will take the data, accept the data from the form, process it, send a response back to the browser. That total action is performed by the which page? This form test.asp page. Then method is type of get or post, like you are posting the data on the server or you are getting the data from the server. Somewhere we want to get some data from the server and want to show that in our form tag. So in form, total form, we are taking a data first name from the server, we are taking a last name from the server and want to display somewhere. So we will use a method as a get. When we want to post some data, like we are inserting some data and we want to submit that data, so we want to post that data, so for that we will use method is equal to post. So that is a get and post. We have name also, like as I told you, which kind of form you are using, like you are for submitting all this data you are using JavaScript, or submitting that all the data you are using VB script, so we can give name also. After that you can give target is what? If you write target blank means what? A same page is refreshed again, as a target frame where the response page is shown up. So you can give the target also, or you can skip this all, as I skip all the form tags. Okay, I'm not writing anything here because I'm not inserting on any server. That's why I'm not writing any server name here. Like I am not writing any action, I'm not giving post or get method, I'm not writing any target because I'm not inserting this form anywhere. After that, form element, like we have text boxes, we have a password boxes, we have check boxes, we have options, that is radio buttons, we have submit buttons, kind of button, submit button, reset button. File, we can insert input box of type file, we can insert hidden, we can insert image of type button. So all this we can insert. The property are specifies the type attribute inside the input. Okay, so for that we will use the input. So see, like this they are creating a small input box. This is a checkbox, this is the radio buttons, this is a drop down box which we are created using the select option tag. This is my text area, which is we are created using the text area tag. This is what? This is my text, this is also my text. After that we have form element type. Inside this input box we will write type, inside this input box we will write name, value, we know all those things, checked, for what we are using checks. Size also we can give. Size means what? Number of visible character in the text. And max length is what? How many characters they can be accept. Okay, so when I say size, so consider for password, I am giving password of size is equal to 6. Okay, I am giving here password of size is equal to 16. Sorry, 6, not 16. So see, they are giving a length of only 6. When I remove this, they will take a standard length here. See, this is very small when I say 6, and when I remove that, oh sorry, I have to save this, save, and then, so this is standard size. So when we want a visibility of some length, so that we can give inside the size. Or when we want this input box should accept this much letter maximum. So I'll say here max length is equal to something. I said max length is equal to 6. So when I said max length is equal to 6, input box is same, but it will take only 6 letters. Okay. Oh, sorry. What is that? Max length is equal to 6. It is not saved properly. Just save this and go here. Yeah, see, it is taking maximum length. Now I am typing, but it is not taking the length greater than 6. Okay, so like this we can use the max length. There is a difference between max length and size. For password, one question is arrived. For password, what we will wanna use environment numeric. Yeah, we can use any kind of password if we are not restricting anything like this. So we can use any kind of password. And if you want something should be written inside the password, like if you want password should contain at the rate, password should contain number, password should contain one number, one letter. So we can give that all things with the help of validations, that is with the help of JavaScript. So like this max length and size. Now you understand the difference between max length and the size. Size is what? We are restricting our input box up to some size, up to a visibility of that character. We can write number of character, but visible character is 6 only at the time. Or max length is the maximum number of characters this input box is accept. That is called as max length. After that, input box of type text, size is something, max length, name, value, we know all those things, we already covered. Now this is, they are showing one form. Here form name is form 1, method is get, action is some URL, then first name, last name, nationality, phone number. This is phone number of max size, they are giving here 12 max size, and size of this is 15. So we can see the 15 character, but we can't type the character more than 12. That is called as a max length. So this is the output for this input box, like this. So then password, how to give password boxes, like this is a password, type password, name, value, size, max length. You can give like this also, username, password, which I already created. Then hidden type, then checks boxes, then radio buttons. Here a checkbox is there, like a type and checked. We can use a checked inside the checkboxes. We can use checked inside the radio boxes also. Name, value, and radio buttons, like type radio, checked, name, value. This is a complete form with the form color red. We can give a form inside that. We can give font color is red. So when we write font color is red, so this select country is in the red color. Then input type radio, input boxes, type again the radio. This is all the radio buttons, input boxes. So this is 3 radio button, this is 3 radio button. So see here, name of this radio button is country, name of this radio button is country, this name of this radio button is country, because we want we should select one at a time. Similarly, name of this radio button is language, name of this radio button is language, name of this radio button is language. So select one language at a time. So this is all about the our, we have a reset buttons here. We have different buttons, like a reset button, like submit button. So they are showing these 2 buttons. We are seeing all four kinds of buttons. So here image as a button, type is equal to image. So when we write type is equal to image, so that button is of type image. Then file, how to write, type is equal to file, file has the size, file has the name, name is what, name, that's same to the CGI application. Then max length and type. So here this is of file name size. As I tell, we have except also in the file. Except means what, will accept a particular type of file only. This is text area having the name, text area having the rows and number of columns. Rows means number of rows, 1, 2, 3, that is horizontal line, and columns is vertical lines. So this is about the text area. This is the output of the text area. So this is all about the form. Select option, multiple select option is there. This is a drop down button. This is a list box. Okay, list box means what? We can select the multiple buttons at a time. So we can give a drop down option, or we can give the list box also. Then option and values like this, and finally this is all about the form, and this is my form. How to create this kind of form is there. So we see all these things. We see button, we can see reset button, we can see another simple button, check boxes, upload file, like hidden is what? See, this is not shown on the output. Password, radio button, then select option, then text area, then normal text. This is all inside the form. Okay, now we are moving towards the list. So how many types of list are there and how we will create that? As I told, we have two types of list, that is unordered list and ordered list. Okay, so for unordered list we will use the tag ul, that is unordered list /ul. Inside the unordered list we will add the list items with the help of li tag. Li is stand for list item /li, and inside this we can add the list items. Consider I am creating the list of the I said shape. Okay, so this is a list of the shape. I said a list of the shape should contain the list item, that of type circle, after that rectangle. Inside other list I said rectangle. Inside the other list I said rhombus. Inside the other list I say circle, rhombus, rectangle, square. So like this list I'm creating here. So when I say I have to add this inside one para, no need to actually. So see, this list is created. Okay. So this is what unordered list, because I'm not ordering this like 1, 2, 3, 4 A B C D. That's why it is called as unordered list. And here now default type is what? Default type is this disk. Now you can write a type for this all the list. So when we write a type of this, we have a different type tag for the list. So how many types are there? First, as I say, here we can give a default type as a disk. Okay. So next type is a square. Here I'm creating. See, here I'm not giving any paragraph. I'm not giving any break. That's also they are appeared as a list. Okay, one after the other, one after the other. I'm taking here the same. I said type is equal to square. See, they are giving is equal to. We have three types here: circle, disk, square. Disk is the, we can say, default style. When I say square, so refresh, it is of type square. Okay, like this is appeared. When I say circle, type is equal to circle. circle. When I say type is equal to circle, so see, this type of circle is happen. If you write type is equal to dix, or if you not write anything, it will appear the same. If you write type is equal to disk, so same type is equal to disk is the same as the default type. So see, this is my default type is equal to disk, and other type is equal to square, and type is equal to circle. This is about the unordered list. When we go towards the order list, so order list is what? For that we will use OL tag. OL is used for the order list. And inside the order list, same way we can add the LIs. That is the list item. When I add the LI inside the OL, so default order list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we will give a different type to this. Here I will write in next default is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the next order list, I will write here type is equal to something. We have see different types. Okay, default is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have A, that is small a, B, C, D type of, capital A, B, C, D type of, small letters, that is I, double I, like, or capital. So when I say small, so it will appear like this, small ABCD, small ABCD. When I say capital A, then I said here capital A instead of small a. So it will appear in the capital ABCD format. Okay. So when I say this as my order list of type, so it will appear me 1, 2, 3, 4 in this. There, okay. When I say capital I, so it will appear in the capital I format. Okay, so this is all of type the order list and unordered list. We have the third type is called as definition list. Definition list is of type, for that we are using DL. DL means for the definition list. Inside the DL we have data, that is definition data, DT. Inside the DL we have DT, that is definition data. Okay. Now inside the DT we will write a definition, like consider I am writing the definition of anything, like I am writing the definition of HTML. Then inside this DT we will have definition data, that is DD slash DD. So for definition data I will write hypertext markup language, that is HTML is, I said here HTML is hypertext markup language. Markup language. Okay. So this is definition of HTML. Now second I will write CSS. Consider here I am writing next DT, that is definition data, if CSS. I will write here CSS. So let's say CSS is cascaded style sheet. Cascaded style sheet. So like this we will add the definition list. So see, definition list is like this. This is HTML. HTML is my heading, and for this definition is this. CSS is my heading, and for this definition is this. So for that we will use the definition tag. Okay, this is not nothing with the space. Okay, you can write anywhere and it will appear same as the definition list. So we have three list tags. First is the UL, that is unordered list. Second is OL, that is called as order list, and third is the definition list. For that we will use the three tags. Definition list first, inside that DT, that is definition title we can say, and inside that we can have the DD, that is definition data. This is all about the definition tags, and this is all about the list tag. After that we have one tag that is called as the embed tag. Embed tag is used for embedding the media inside my page. Like media means what? If you want to embed any audio or video file, so that we can embed with the help of embed tag. So for that we will use embed or no embed tag. No embed means what? If consider for any reason if your media is not working, so it will display some message with the help of no embed. So we will use here embed tag like this. Inside the embed tag, we will give any media file with the help of src source. Here we will give any media file, and after that, for that media file, we will give the width and height. Okay, so we will give some width. If we want any 50% of width for that media file, so we will give 50% of width, and any height to that media file. I will give here a height of, I said 20%. So this is height for my media file, and then close that media file. Embed. Okay, like this. And consider if for any reason this media file is not appeared, so inside this media file you will give the no embed, and inside that no embed we will give the any image img, or if this is not appeared, so this at least uh, show me this image tag. So we can give any image, like I'm giving images slash rose.jpg, rose.jpg. Okay, so this image I'm giving inside that, or this image is also not appeared, then show me some alternate text. This is a video file, or this is a video, this is video. Okay, just alternate text is this, close this no embed and close this embed. So like this, here I am not giving any source. If you want to insert any video, so just give the path of that video inside this source. So when I go here, so see, this will, I'm not inserting any video, that's why it is not appeared anything here. Otherwise it will appear something. Yeah, otherwise it will show me something because I'm not giving any path, or if I give any some path here, so that video is appeared here. So this is all about the HTML tags. We overed with the HTML tags. From tomorrow we will move towards the JavaScript. JavaScript is adding the dynamism in my plain HTML tag. So we will see how to insert the dynamism, how to insert the JavaScript, what is the use of JavaScript. We will validate our form with the help of JavaScript. So that all those things we will see tomorrow. Now I will open my session for the question answer. If you have any question,
One, you see lot of things
you
and you
can
get
ask the
now
question.
see
Better
avec
actually you will chart. That
les
is
élèves,
better.
les victimisations de nos frères. Vous comprenez?
Uh, One second. Actually, I heard a lots of voice at a time. So better you will chart in the chat box and ask the question. Uh, and one suggestion is that if you have any questions, so we will reserve the last 15 minutes for the question answer. So that is better if you ask the question in last 15 minutes. Yeah, Devash is saying like, yeah, we can use the raise hand feature and unmute that person. Yeah, okay, no problem. That is also fine. If you want ask anyone to question, just click here. I want to ask some question, and then I will unmute that person only. The animation part is only done with the JavaScript. This is a question from some Tado. So, like answer is like animation part is not done by the JavaScript. With the help of JavaScript, we add the dynamism inside our coding. What do you mean by dynamism? As I in my first class, I told my HTML is a static page. Static page means what? If I want to change anything on my front end, if I want to change anything on my browser, I have to come here in my coding. I have to change something in my coding. Let's like consider I want to add some list inside my page. So I have to come here, I have to add the oil tag, I want to add the li tag, and then I will add the uh, that list inside my page. So that is with the help of coding. We can't write anything on page and it is reflected there. This is not possible with the help of HTML. Okay, so for that it is called as a static. So static means what? Now you understand. If you want to change anything in my page, so we have to change in my coding. We don't change at the front end and it does not appear on the front end. So for that, like person should have the knowledge of basic HTML. If consider I don't know anything about what is OL, what is LI, so I can't add any list inside the my page with the help of HTML. But when we want to add a dynamism, like if you want to approve something, when you want to validate something, if you want addition of two numbers, like consider one user will give you two numbers and I want addition of that two numbers, like in one input box user give a 6 number and another input box user give the 8 number and I want a addition of 6 or 8. So that is not possible with the help of HTML. I can just hard codedly write statically write a number 6 plus 8 is the 14, but at the time of user giving something input and I'm showing that on the browser, it is not possible with the help of HTML. So for that we will use a JavaScript, not for the animation purpose. For the animation purpose, for inserting the audio video file only, we will use the embed. Or when we move towards the HTML5, HTML5 have the audio and video kinds of tag, and it will support the audio and video file more, we can say that will support very nicely uh, as compared to the HTML5. For HTML5 below versions of the 5, we have only one tag that is called as the embed tag. Thank you. Someone tells me a lecture went well and it will understood very nicely. So thank you for that. Uh, Nolt says that could we have the video for today and the last class on the Saturday? Yeah, we will have. For the today also we will have our recording, and for the last class also we have the recording, and like Devas or Sabine will share that recording with you guys. Is taking too long. What do you mean by too long? Actually, I don't understand that. It's taking too long means okay. It you're not receiving the video. I think first video you received, second video also you received. For the third video, okay. I will talk with the Sabine. Then I will let you know. Any other question? For the assignment is due on the specific day. Yes, actually for all the assignment generally it is my like after the three assignment you send me the three assignment at a time. Okay, every time don't send me like this one assignment. Send me the three assignments at a time. Like our three lectures is over. I was already give three assignment. So complete that assignment, or within 2 or 3 days you can send me that three assignments at a time. Fourth assignment, I will give you one form and I want to design that form, and inside that form uh, like add all those things whichever we covered inside the form tag. Any other question? Also from the next class onward we will have to start examples. um, okay, actually I mean we will start at 7:20 and we will revise for first 10 to 15 minutes and then we will start with our class. Okay, any other question from student side? Okay. Okay. So hope session well, and I will ping you the next class link with today's assignment and today's PPT. Actually, PPTs I already given to all because I sent the total HTML PPT to everyone. So PPT you already have. I will send this total page in one text file, and I will send the assignment soon. Okay. Okay. Good night, all. Bye.